पण अलाव करतोय सर.
ओके. हॅलो. 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 हॅलो.
सर
हॅलो.
हा येस सर.
सर
सर सुरू करा.
माझा आवाज येतोय ना सर? हॅलो.
येतोय. हा येतोय सर, सुरू करा.
सुरू करू सर?
हो हो.
ओके, चला. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. See, today is the day we are at lockdown at home, and there is a good series started by our MUHS and our honorable dean to continue the study for all our homeopaths, those who are staying in their home, their rooms, hostels, yeah, hospitals, what they are working. For them, a good lecture series is organized. Also, I would like to thank everyone. Being the start of the study of the repertory, first I would like to say the few things what my guru has taught me. Number one, he always tell me that your body is required the food and exercise to maintain yourself. Same thing, your brain is also required the good positive thoughts and the new thoughts in mind to make the active. On that principle, we will going to start the study of the repertory. Now the second thing is always told my sirs, okay, when you study the repertory, being a clinical subject in our homeopathic faculty, what about your vision should be? See, always my sirs told me in the 80th centuries, 80 decades, I mean to say that, okay, when you study the repertory, so your vision should be kept just like the pilot. Okay, when you landed in anywhere, you should know the area, which area you pass through, you know the which is a good area, bad area, which are the rivers, the bungalows, and the rural areas are there. Then you landed properly. Same principle will be accepted for our repertory also. So today's lecture, I'm not going to teach you the theoretical knowledge. Today we are going some different way of studying the repertory. Now how? See, the different way of the study means what? The practical approach. Now the day by day, the practical approach has changed a lot. We are not fixed on one point. Always the science is there. Science always change according to the situations and environments. Same things. What I keep the concept for the today's lecture to keep the awareness of the clinical repertory for curing the patient on the individualization. For that, today I keep the different angles of the study. Now, in the different angle of the study, I gone through and we are going to discuss and we are going to run about some practically things. Whatever, today's lecture is for the very, what I mean to say that today's lecture is totally reciprocal with you people. Any questions you can write down, we will sharing in some time. Now, what I do today for this lecture? See, I keep the environment, today's positions, today's area, which area where we people are staying, and which type of the difficulty we are facing, and from that difficulty how we are coming out. Same principle I had kept it in the repertory. Now, what is the repertory subject? Repertory is a very fun subject. If you create the fun in the repertory, yes, definite, we can win. We can go for the right selection of the medicine for the right totality. Now, how we have to change our little bit the mindset to the theoretical to the practical approach. See, the today's era, in the 21 era, there is a lot of changes occurs. Always everyone says that evidence base should be there. Yeah, the repertory is a subject who gives the evidence based challenges for the medicine. Now, the methods. First, first I gone through the method how you have to repertorize the things with the fun, evidence based. New online study of the materials. Now there are a lot of online materials are there. So how we do the online study of the materials. Now the homeopathic medical journals, how they useful to find out the right minimum, right medicines out of that. New softwares, how we can use the software in our practice life. At sitting at home, yeah, the clinics, how we can upgrade ourselves with this one. Now there are a lot of apps out there. With the help of the apps, we can study. We can see the video cassettes of the patients. After seeing the video cassette of the patients, we people has come to know his complete constitution, the juxer, how he having the juxers, how he speak with the person, which type of a personality is there. It also useful through the apps. We can identify it, we can work on that, and this is helpful to make the study more and more. Now we go ahead with the PPTs. Yeah, how to study the repertory. Studying the repertory, homeopathic repertories in the group is a fun. It is common for new study students and their experiences of the homeopath to have the difficulty finding, creating the symptoms anywhere in the repertory. See, these are very good things. Now, the today's lockdown area, I gone through the lot of groups. They comes together and they go for the housey and the different game with their colleagues. Same thing in our repertoire also. We have to prepare the small group. We have to sharing all the symptoms to each and everyone and give them the task to find out the right repertorization and sharing with each other. This is also a very good method and very good study in those days for the practical approach. This is also very useful to find out the right simillimum and prescribe them for the individual patient. Getting a group of the people to find the symptoms can be a game. Yeah, just exactly in the opposite, we go for the tombola and housing. They ask the numbers and this thing. On that way, we can prepare the symptoms. One has to prepare the 50 symptoms, 70 symptoms. Everyone has to prepare the symptoms. See, everyone having the symptoms. Everyone come across because we are the final year student, PG student. Some are the PhD student. We always come in front of the patient. We always see the new symptoms of the patient after taking the case history of here about 1 or 2 hours. And out of 1 and 2 hours, we go for the lot of symptomatology. Same thing, everyone has to come together and they have to make their college-wise group. And with that college-wise group, they have to prepare the symptoms according to that and sharing with each other and find out the rubrics and find out the repertoires out of that. This also very good fun and there is called as a study and the fun. Getting the group of the people to find the symptoms can be the game. The winner being the first person to find the symptoms. Now, this gives the confidence in you, how we can prescribe. That gives the confidence in the person. You see, out of the 100 symptoms, I gone through the right way to prescribe that medicine. Now, it is also interesting for the person to give the group of the list of the symptoms as an exercise to see how many people find all the symptoms. This is against the very good task for all my new homeopath, young homeopath, enthusiastic homeopath, those who are practicing very enthusiastically, because I came across with a lot of my other PG students and the PhD students in my career. They are very enthusiastic to find out, always asking the questions. Sir, how we to find out the rubric? There are a lot of symptoms. Everywhere there's symptoms just comes up. So how we can find out that? So this is also a good game to come with the together. These games can be the playful and effective way to learn the repertory. I think everyone is understand what I mean to say there. You see, this is the way, because we are dealing with the patient and we have to prescribe our individualization and we have to have a simultaneous medicine. For that, the repertory subject is one of the most important subjects to prescribe the medicine to the human being. So how we can make our subject very interesting and very positively. This is the way. Now, today running the homeopathic repertory is possible with the help of the softwares. Now, my young homeopaths, everyone knows the different type of the softwares like Radar, Homeopathic Classic, Kara, Mac Repertory, and etc. Lot of softwares are there. And every software, or my young homeopath knows how to operate the software, how to utilize the software on the proper way. But the things is that we have to change a little bit concept for our mindset. See, all the software having that symptomatology, the symptoms are there. But being a homeopath, you are the best judger to make the rubric from the patient, an unknown rubric from the patient, and how you repertorize this way with the help of this, all the softwares. Now, the homeopathic repertory running has becomes the very easy by the repertory apps like it does Built Fire and Zomeo. I think most of my homeopaths are using this type of the apps also. It's very easy with the app study. If you know how to utilize the apps in the proper way, how we can use all the apps with fixing the right totality and evaluation of all the symptoms, definitely it uses very useful for that. Now you see, all your PG examinations, if you are going for the PhD entrance examination or the PG entrance examination, all the PG students and the students, they study through the apps. They having the different apps are there. With those help of the apps, they studies themselves and they upgrade our knowledge according to the 21st era of this present. Today, there is a lot of homeopathic regulations. Today, homeopathic repertories can be suited by evidence-based repertory and the clinical studies. Repertory and the clinical studies. Many clinical based study is run through short videos. These also teach you how to treat the case with the help of the softwares. The softwares are the fast technique for the repertorization. See, the today's era, all are very easy and very comfortable with all the electronics items, the mobiles, any apps. So they are very fast. So they can utilize this all the videos to understand all the totality and use that softwares very easily. The The patient's videos help to understand the case studies. See what I told you in the first, yeah, how we have to be go through the individualization of the patient, how we can observe the patients, what this is the need of our homeopath, because we have to see the patient very keen observer. With this keen observer, the video is helpful to see the observe the movements, involuntary movements, some uncommon habits. Uncommon habits means we never know, they never patient told the symptoms, but through the visual capacity, we can identify, we can interpret these things very proper way, and we can go for the rubric. So patient's video help to understand the case studies. This is also one of the way studying the repertory. Yeah, exactly. Why I use the word of the repertory? Because this is useful. What's our aim and what our object and what our goal? Our aim to study. And what our goal? We have to write, prescribe the medicine to the patients, and this to the right medicine should be prescribed. And with this medicine, patient should be cured permanently according to our principle. So this is also very helpful to study the repertory on this way. Now, new online study materials are there. What I told you in the okay, we are going to study in the different way. We are not the theoretical we are going to study. We have to keep our mind very broad way. Our visions should be the foresight vision. We can understand the things very easily after seeing the figure, after seeing the structure. So on that way, the new online study materials are there. E-courses. That knowledge can be got by those courses which help to run the repertory fasterly. E-courses has videos and homeopathic kit. Everyone knows the e-courses has started. What is the aim behind that? See, today we are the e-learning process are there. Same example is what today we people in front of sharing each other. This is e-learning, e-courses. Same thing in the way, if you go through your senior, if you know your senior is sitting somewhere out of your city, if you want to share with that some totality, some queries are there, so you can easily you can talk with them and you can find out with the seminar. That the knowledge can be got by these courses which help to run the repertory faster. E-courses as videos and the homeopathic kits. Videos shows the cases study and repertorization process. Now, this is more important. See, what we were facing when we study in the classroom. So always the student having the queries to study to find out the rubrics. Repertorization. How do we go for the repertorization? We say go for the jumping rubric. Again, there is a question mark how we go for the jumping rubric. Now, this is very easy to find out the rubrics out of the symptoms. Now, after completion of your internship, student can get more knowledge through this. Why I use this word after completion of the internship student? Because after completion of the internship, everyone is prepared for that PG. And for that PG, they needs this all the things. Now, the PG entrance examinations, they are the 20 mark of the questions, 25 marks, I may not be forward this thing, are totally depend on the repertory. So, everyone should be come out with this type of the new online technique for the study. After interning, they are doing the practice also. They don't have that much time with seeing the patient, seeing the home, seeing that young life, and everything out of that. They can use this method very short and they can use it very nicely. Also, clinics run the repertory through these courses. Same thing. Now the homeopathic medical journals. See, again, there is one way of understanding the repertory and upgrade our knowledge for the right area of the syllabus all over the world. Modern way of the running, how to use the softwares and the apps of homeopathic medicines, and to understand the science as well as the clinical cases studies published in the homeopathic journals is a cost free study for the student. Now, the journals. Why I use these words in the journals? Because the journal is a refined process, is the refined one. And after refine, after scrutiny analyze of all your materials or your papers, and they forwarded in front of the committee, then the journal, then the paper as appears in the journals. So it's more authentic for do the further study to do the positive study. Now, the repertory study, we also study the material. See, the repertory, again, we always say that these are triangle of the repertory, homeopathic materia medica, and the organ of the medicine. But all the symptoms, what we repertorize, that again we have to clarify through the book of the materia medica. So it's not evidence. When we go through the rubric, we see the different grade of the medicine. This study helps us to understand the materia medica very nicely and effectively. See, same thing. When you go through the rubric, when you go through the rubric, in rubric the different grades is given. Every repertory is given the grade. 1, 2, 3, some grades, 5. Why? That gives the seriousness, the strongness of that particular individual patient. How we can interpret it for the other symptoms. So this is very easily to the verify from the materia medica. So we can study the materia medica through the repertory also. See, again the one thing is that the PowerPoint presentation for different repertories. These study very useful for the UG level student. The PG student can utilize it for their thesis and the repertory purpose. See, what's our norms, what the way of the study. So when you do anything new, your new cases, that everything should be the published in good newspaper or some articles or in present of your guide to show them, sir, this is a way to understand. So these presentations, different presentations, are useful for making the further study of the repertory in the positive way, in the concrete way, I mean to say. Multimedia ebooks. Again, this again the very wide multimedia. The multimedia ebooks are very useful. Sources of studying the repertory for UG and PG students, and also the clinical practitioners. See, multimedia ebooks. Now, sometimes what will be happen? There are a lot of books are there, very costly books are there. Everyone cannot buy this book. So you can use the ebooks. The government, the university has given the very good talks. All the college, all the books are available on the MUHS website online, and all the journals are available. So we can use this with this password. We can use this thing in our home also, in our clinic also. So this is very useful for the UG and the PG student as well as the practitioners in the area, those who are in homeopathy practice. Books and repertories. The different books like online available for the repertory studies are homeopathic packet book. I think everybody knows about the name of that books, but these books, what I had given the reference in front of in the slides, these are The e-books are there. This is for the repertory, but Remedica, homeopathic quick references, rubric, the study of the mind rubric, homeo prescriber, mind rubric, dictionary, media, guru, synthesis English, predictive homeopathic, homeopathic remedy. These are the books. If you don't having the list of this book, the presentation on my online, you can collect that information from my presentation and the name of the books that can be used for our study purpose and for the betterment purpose. Now e-books. E-books are available. See, my homeopathy, homeopathy, smile with homeopathy, medical book PDF, homeopathic guide, homeopathic treatment, and your homeopathic in the Hindi, my homeopathic active. See, those are the books are very, very common for all our, I think everybody knows, but I just refine the your things from your mind and just see these are also the e-books are there. Is also very useful for the study for our upgradation. Now, apps and the repertories. What I told you in was there is a lot of app studies out there. Soft solution homeopathic repertory, homeopathic pocket repertory, naturally minded homeopathic at home, CB international homeopathic medicines, the money's Nikam homeopathic app for every homeopathy, propological TOA, to the soft text solution, any homeopathy, echo soft spray synthesis, horizon information technology private limited, PH, these are the apps available. Now, if you go through the apps also, in those apps, the techniques has given different, but same the concepts come on the same area to make the full totality evaluation of the symptoms, make out the guiding symptoms, particular symptoms, denote symptoms, and last the prescription. Only the things is there. The interpretation should be made by a physician. Then other all the things is in the hands. Now softwares of the repertories. See, now the lot of softwares are available now in everywhere. I have tried to give near about 15 to 20 softwares. These softwares are very easy to understand the things. We understand, we utilize very properly and very user friendly with everyone. So these softwares are very useful for this way. Now I'll keep this slide 1 minute more. If someone is writing or someone is copying this thing, it's very easy for them for keeping the UPH homeopathic clinic management software, homeopathic Zoom ultimate, homeopathic wireless software by the mind technology, Ecotic. So there are different ways of softwares are there. Textbook to run the repertoire. These are different textbooks to run the repertoire. Essence of the repertoire, Tiwari, approved textbook from the repertoire for the CCRH. See, I had given little bit name of that book. Those books are approved by our Central Council of Homeopathy as well as the university. So these are very useful books for learn the repertoire in the Star Wars books. Now there is a general repertory books to study for the UG and PG syllabus for the final teaching. See, this all the books is given in our syllabus. Everyone knows our syllabus. Yeah, these books should be utilized proper way. So these are given in our university has given very clearly how many which books were used for the particular subject. Now the clinical repertories. Again, I will just repeat the thing. Just clean your mind. Everyone knows about the clinical repertories. And those are Westphalia, mental illness, brands. These are the clinical repertories. What we study for our purpose. Heart repertories. The heart repertory is very shortage now. Some having the heart repertories in their college. And this also very good concept for the find out the totality and for prescription medicines. So there are the Sankaran's heart repertory, Sasi Mohan, Jugal Kishore, the different heart repertory. Now this is a concept of the point playing repertory. Same thing what I told you in earlier. See, homeopathic repertory is a fun. We study with the fun and we understand more and more. So for making the fun, what we have making the one coin playing repertory is made of the wooden box with the many short squares, cups, and the colorful coins to be made running repertory very easily. We have to take the one box. The other boxes are there, small. We have to prepare the different color of the coins. This made to understand the grade easily and the coins in the different medicine and the coins in the different grade also. So there is a when we go for the college in the clinics, yeah, in the tutorial of our class, when we study the repertorization, sometimes it's very boring. So this method is give the enthusiasticness and the sportsman spirit to find out the rubric through the point repertory. For easy running is very understandable and any non-learned person, the first and third year student, also understand the basic way of the understanding of the rubric and the understanding of the repertory. This again, this one way of the repertory. See, just a minute. Now, I had given some idea about the software, how to use the software for the particular, everyone knows, but just for the briefing for the new student was also that information I had given in the presentation. There are the base, the sick edition of the Kent repertory, plus editions, and everyone knows about the history of the radar. Everyone knows how many books, how many repertories are involved in the radar software. See, this is the home page again. By the master, he has prepared our home page, Dr. Jawahar Shah. Basic homeopathy is given the basic ideas, the concept, Indian editions, and the gradations with types are there. That everything I had given in that presentation, this slide is open for everyone for the learning process. Now, image of the repertories. These are the repertories. See, being a homeopath, being a classical, anyway, being our homeopaths should know their books very easily. They can identify the repertories very easily after seeing the cover of these books. That's why I given the one photograph over here. The different repertory, different chapters. There are a lot of are there. And out of this all, they come out 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So this is very easy. Now, today the concept has changed. See the previous repertory. If you go and if you study the Kent repertory, there is a lot of symptoms are there. Who by the Dr. Jatin has written this one. And upper version, now the today's scenario, in the 21st century, if you see the synthesis repertory, the author is there with the author, all the homeopath of the world those who are doing the homeopathic practice in the world, and they come out with the one particular medicine, that medicine used for the repeatedly for that particular complaint of this particular disease and the particular symptoms, is only corrected.
Sir, voice.
Voice. Okay. Now hearing me? Hello.
हाँ, yes sir.
हाँ, आवाज येतोय सर? Hello.
हाँ, येतोय.
Okay. Just I go back. So the synthesis repertory. The synthesis repertory means what? The author over the what? You people also one of the author on this repertory, but you have to fulfill the criteria. So now in this area, everything is open, everything is challengeable, everything is confidently. If you are confident with your work, if you have treated the patient with this medicine, that you can write to the Patrick and you can be the one of the author for the synthesis repertory. So these are the things, the things is going very fast and very fast. Only the things is that, my dear, there is opportunity once knocks the door, open on the door on that time and take the opportunity and go ahead with your step. Thank you very much for listening me very nicely and very quietly. Thank you all of us who joined today with this webinar online. I thanks everyone, all the homeopaths, and with this good health and good things, I would like to say thanks to everyone. Thank you. Hello. ऑनलाइन चलिए
Hello. Hello, sir. One question. Hello. So I have a question.
हॅलो सर, झालं ना? हॅलो, हा सर, झालं ना? कट झालं ना? हा एंड कर, कारण की माझ्याकडून आवाज येत नाही म्हणून फोन लावला. हा एंड कर. ओके, चला, ठीक. किती लोक होते सर?
गेले सर सोडून.